Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nick Flow Show. I'm your host, Nick Flow, and today we're going to be discussing reasons why I believe Augment companions are absolutely amazing. They've been making my solo life so much easier when it comes to questing, doing my dailies, doing my weeklies, and just doing all the things you need to become strong in Neverwinter. So if you want to find out why Augment companions are so awesome and why you should get one today, stay tuned because we're going to talk all about it, and it starts right now. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy, the Nick Flow Show, coming at you with a Neverwinter video. A lot of my friends, a lot of people have been asking, Nick Flow, how do you do that? Nick Flow, how are you so fast? And today, I'm going to let y'all in on how I do it. Obviously, if you've seen some of my other live streams, you might have caught a glimpse of how I'm doing it. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there that have been doing it, but not a lot of us, because we've been trained to think that Augment companions are just not viable. And just because they're not 100% viable as far as comparing it to bonding runestones, these things are absolutely amazing. Let me go ahead and show you my companion. We are currently rocking the Infant Gorilla companion. Now this companion, as cute and adorable as it is, and I do say adorable because its only power is adorability. That's right, this adorability will add the baby's base stats to your own while it is summoned, so it's going to give you its base stats already on top of whatever your eldritch are. So as you can see, currently rocking rank 13s, in the process of getting them to 14. But the big thing about these is that they don't just transfer some stats, they transfer movement as well. Now bonding runestones don't transfer movement, and then this one transfers movement, but I tested other things such as XP gain and gold gain in the utility slot. Those don't seem to be working. So the movement does work. The movement, I mean, it is absolutely insane, and it's one of the reasons why this Infant Gorilla is so awesome. He has 3 ring slots, making him an easy choice, especially if you need movement, because I'm also using Ring of the Battle Dancers. Now there's a couple rings out there that give you movement, and that's pretty much the whole premise of this build. As you can see in the top right, it is labeled maximized farming, but this is all about the Augment companion, man. Like I said, a lot of people have said that these things are dead, no one can use them, they're of no use, but you know what? They're very useful. Let me tell you something. When I'm out in Chult and Omu and Barovia and all these places and I'm doing quests, there is nothing like not worrying about getting knocked off your mount. You know, like those things are so like it's such a big bother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're trying to run from point A to point B, you get hit and you're down. You know, not everybody has legendary mounts. You know, I remember I didn't have legendary mounts, and I understand how that feels. So having this amount of speed, being able to do quests, just everything, I mean, the freedom of movement with this build is absolutely insane. Alright, and let me go ahead and show you how all this comes together. So the gear doesn't matter too much, but there is a really important piece of gear, and that is the Donjon's Sabatons. Now these things drop, I believe, from Barovia hunts using the number 7 sword modifier. So you got to use the modifier that gives you the Donjon's pieces. Now the best one is obviously the 540 variant. I think they give you about 31 or 3300 movement, so I'm definitely looking to get those. And then really, I mean, this build, everything, I only have one Dark 13, and it puts me all the way up to, let's see how much movement I have, 15,452 movement, which gives me, at the bottom you can see, contributes to 38.6% movement speed. So we're moving 40% faster than we normally would. And then, you know, with Into the Fray and, you know, my Eye of the Giant, which Eye of the Giant increases your speed massively, then you go ahead and get into battle. And man, I mean, this is Look at how fast. Look at this. And like I said, you know, I mean, questing and solos and just doing all of the things to get your boons and things like that, man, it's so awesome to not have to count on your mount or a legendary mount, or to count on, you know, all these other things, you know, to be able to get around the map. There's nothing like this feeling. And then this really works the best for great weapon fighters and Scourge Warlocks, because they actually have a sprint. If I had a sprint, I would be flying. But let's check it out real quick. So as you can see here, I mean, all I'm rocking is Quartermasters. So if I had more darks, I'd be even faster. Gladiator's Guile. I have 5 Gladiator's Guile mounts. We have double Vigor slots all the way down, and then we have 1 Prosperity, because this is still my farming build, so it's good to get, you know, gold and experience. You know, I really need that stuff. We all do with Mod 15 here. The more gold, the more XP. You're gonna get a little bit more AD, some more refinement, and some gold. And then obviously we got our Vigor. To be honest, if this had a Vigor slot, I would actually get it, but they don't, so we're gonna rock some Prosperity here. You can put whatever you need. If you're lower item level, obviously go ahead and put something more useful like crit or power, or, you know, whatever it is that you're needing. Now I can only imagine how much more awesome this build would be if I put some darks in here, which I will at some point. Put all dark 14s in my utility slots. I did that on my HR, and it's very expensive to deck out 2 characters, so I'm redoing my GF. He's going to be a tactician GF, so watch out for those awesome build videos coming at you soon. But yeah, like I said, gear doesn't matter too much. Obviously, like for me, I'm doing farming, so, you know, having a little bit of crit, having a little bit of damage is pretty good. That's why I still have on the demo set. But the thing that really helps is this Eye of the Giant. For 12 seconds, your power and your damage resistance are going to be increased by 5%, and your size and speed increases 25%. So I mean, when you use this on top of the 38%, on top of Into the Fray, on top of all the things I can do as a GF, I mean, I have this down here as well. My Steel Grace is going to give me much more run speed and just movement speed in general. So I mean, I'm a lot faster with Steel Grace. We got the mount insignia bonuses, the Gladiator's Guile. We got the insignias of Vigor. Rings on Augment Companion. Obviously Chicken has 2 rings, but it has 1 neck, and you can, you know, the only neck slots available with utility are, you know, the ones that you can't put on your companion, so these don't work. So obviously Infant Gorilla is definitely the best choice in my opinion. 3 ring slots, everything you need to get as much movement as you can. And like I said, Ring of the Hunter, Ring of the Battle Dancer, those are the ones you want to get. The Donjon Sabatons, make sure you get those. You're gonna need those. The 540 versions are 3,300 movement, is absolutely nuts for 1 piece. And then, you know, there's other artifacts and things that give you more movement, like the Shard of Orcus one that's giving you 1,000. I don't think any of these other ones have it. But yeah, you know, I mean, there's ways to maximize even more on this build. I mean, the potential of it is limitless. A lot of people use it to farm guild marks now. A lot of people are using it just all around. I can tell you that it is hard for me to take this build off. The only time I take this build off is when I'm doing you know, try hard dungeons, when I'm doing T9 and Cradle, because if I'm doing CN or anything less than FBI, I mean, I will stay in this build, and I like to show it off, you know. I get a lot of oohs and ahs, and like I said, if you're a Scourge Warlock, if you're a great weapon fighter, this build is, I mean, I can't even explain how fast you can be. So if you got anything useful from this video, please consider hitting that like button, hitting that sub button, and like I always say, if you're into Neverwinter how-to videos, Neverwinter guides, Neverwinter giveaways, and other Neverwinter related content, make sure you hit that sub button for your boy as I deliver as much Neverwinter content I can on my channel. Quick shout out to QC Frankie boy, because he's probably one of the nastiest HRs, and he has a really amazing build on his HR. You could catch him on Twitch. And then obviously also the assist man. I just want to throw him in there because he's been doing a lot of really good work. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description below. That dude is my hero and my inspiration right now on why I'm making Neverwinter videos. So thank you, assist man. But yeah, just a quick couple little shout outs. Really appreciate you guys. I hope this video helps you. It will help you. Go get a infant gorilla. Go get that monkey. Go get some rings, go get some movement, and enjoy questing, because it's been an absolute pleasure for me. So appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next Nick Flow Show. Peace.